Act 2 of the second part of King Henry IV by William Shakespeare. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Scene 1. London, a street. Enter hostess, Fang and his boy with her, and Snare following.
Master Fang, have you entered the action?
It is entered.
Where's your yeoman? It's the lusty yeoman. Will it stand to it?
Sirrah, where's Snare?
Oh, Lord, aye. Good Master Snare.
Here, here.
Snare, we must arrest Sir John Falstaff.
Yea, good Master Snare, I have ended him and all.
It may chance cost some of us our lives, for he will stab.
Alas the day! Take heed of him. He stabbed me in mine own house, and that most beastly. In good faith, he cares not what mischief he does. If his weapon be out, he will find like any devil. He will spare neither man, nor woman, nor child.
If I can close with him, I care not for his thrust.
No, nor I neither. I'll be at your elbow.
And I but fist him once, and he come but within my view.
I am undone by his going. I warrant you, he's an infinitive thing upon my score. Good Master Fang, hold him sure. Good Master Snare, let him not scape. Comes continually to Pie Corner, saving your manhoods, to buy a saddle, and he indebted to dinner at the Lubberheads at Lombard Street to Master Smooths the silkman. I pray you, since my exeon is entered, and my case so openly known to the world, let him be brought to his answer. 100 mark is a long one for a poor lone woman to bear, and I have borne and borne and borne, and have been fubbed off and fubbed off and fubbed off from this day to that day. That is a shame to be thought on. There is no honesty in such dealing, unless a woman should be made an ass and a beast to bear every knave's wrong. Yonder he comes, and that arrant Malmsey-nosed knave barred off with him. Do your offices, Master Fang and Master Snare. Do me your offices.
Enter Falstaff, Page, and Bardolph.
How now? Whose mare's dead? What's the matter?
Sir John, I arrest you at the suit of Mistress Quickly.
Away, varlets! Draw, Bardolph, cut me off the villain's head. Throw the queen in the channel.
Throw me in the channel? I'll throw thee in the channel. Wilt thou, thou bastardly rogue? Murder! O thou honeysuckle villain! Wilt thou kill God's officers and the king's? Ah, thou honeyseed rogue! Thou art a honeyseed man-queller and a woman-queller.
Keep them off, Bardolph.
A rescue!
Good people, bring a rescue or two. Would thou? Do thou rogue, do thou hempseed.
Away, you scullion, you rampalion, you fustelarian. I'll tickle your catastrophe.
Enter the Lord Chief Justice and his men.
What is the matter? Keep the peace here, ho!
Good my lord, be good to me, I beseech you, stand to me.
How now, Sir John? What are you brawling here? Doth this become your place, your time, and business? You should have been well on your way to York. Stand from him, fellow, wherefore hang'st upon him?
Oh, my most worshipful lord, an't please your grace, I am a poor widow of Eastcheap, and he is arrested at my suit.
For what sum?
It is more than for some, my lord. It is for all I have. He hath eaten me out of house and home. He hath put all my sustenance into that fat belly of his, but I will have some of it out out again, or I will ride thee a nights like the mare.
I think I am as like to ride the mare if I have any vantage of ground to get up.
How comes this, Sir John? Fie! What man of good temper would endure this tempest of exclamation? Are you not ashamed to enforce a poor widow to so rough a course to come by her own?
What is the gross sum that I owe thee?
Marry, if thou wert an honest man, thyself, and thy money too. Thou didst swear to me upon a parcel gilt goblet, sitting in my dolphin chamber at the round table by a sea-coal fire, upon Wednesday in Wason week, when the prince broke thy head for liking his father to a singing man of Windsor. Thou didst swear to me then, as I was washing thy wound, to marry me and make me, my lady, thy wife. Canst thou deny it? Did not Goodwife Keach, the butcher's wife, come in then and call me gossip quickly, coming in to borrow a mess of vinegar, telling us she had a good dish of prawns, whereby thou didst desire to eat some, whereby I told thee they were ill for a green wound, and didst thou not, when she was gone downstairs, desire me to be no more so familiarity with such poor people, saying that ere long they should call me madam? And didst thou not kiss me, and bid me fetch thee 30 shillings? I put thee now to thy book oath. Deny it if thou canst.
My lord, this is a poor mad soul, and she says up and down the town that her eldest son is like you. She hath been in good case, and the truth is, poverty hath distracted her. But for these foolish officers, I beseech you, I may have redress against them.
Sir John, Sir John, I am well acquainted with your manner of wrenching the true cause a false way. It is not a confident brow, nor the throng of words that come with such more than impudent sauciness from you, can thrust me from a level consideration. You have, as it appears to me, practised upon the easy yielding spirit of this woman, and made her serve your uses both in purse and in person.
Yea, in truth, my lord.
Pray thee peace. Pay her the debt you owe her, and unpay the villainy you have done her. The one you may do with sterling money, and the other with current repentance.
My lord, I will not undergo this sleep without reply. You call honourable boldness impudent sauciness, if a man will make courtesy and say nothing. He is virtuous. No, my lord, my humble duty remembered, I will not be your suitor. I say to you, I do desire deliverance from these officers, being upon hasty employment in the king's affairs.
You speak as having power to do wrong, but answer in the effect of your reputation, and satisfy the poor woman.
Come hither, hostess.
Enter Gower.
Now, Master Gower, what news?
The king, my lord, and Harry, Prince of Wales, are near at hand. The rest the paper tells.
As I am a gentleman.
Faith, you said so before.
As I am a gentleman. Come, no more words of it.
By this heavenly ground I tread on, I must be fain to pawn both my plate and the tapestry of my dining chambers.
Glasses, glasses is the only drinking, and for thy walls a pretty slight drollery, or the story of the prodigal or the German hunting and waterwork is worth 1,000 of these bed hangings and these fly-bitten tapestries. Let it be £10 if thou canst. Come, and were not for thy humours, there's not a better wench in England. Go wash thy face and draw the action. Come, thou must not be in this humour with me. Dost not know me? Come, come, I know thou wast set on to this.
Pray thee, Sir John, let it be but 20 nobles. In faith, I am loath to pawn my plate, so God save me law.
Let it alone. I'll make others shift. You'll be a fool still.
Well, you shall have it. though I pawn my gown. I hope you'll come to supper. You'll pay me altogether.
Will I live?
To Bardolph.
Go with her, hook on.
Will you have Doll Tearsheet meet you at supper?
No more words, let's have her.
Exeunt hostess, Bardolph, officers, and boy.
I have heard better news.
What's the news, my lord?
Where lay the king last night?
At Basingstoke, my lord.
I hope, my lord, all's well. What is the news, my lord?
Come all his forces back?
No, 1,500 foot, 500 horse, are marched up to my lord of Lancaster, against Northumberland and the archbishop.
Comes the king back from Wales, my noble lord?
You shall have letters of me presently. Come, go along with me, good Master Gower.
My lord.
What's the matter?
Master Gower, shall I entreat you with me to dinner?
I must wait upon my good lord here. I thank you, good Sir John.
Sir John, you loiter here too long, being you are to take soldiers up in counties as you go.
Will you sup with me, Master Gower?
What foolish master taught you these manners, Sir John?
Master Gower, if they become me not, he was a fool that taught them me. This is the right fencing grace, my lord, tap for tap, and so part fair.
Now the Lord lighten thee, thou art a great fool.
Exeunt. Scene 2, London, another street. Enter Prince Henry and Poins.
Before God, I am exceeding weary.
Is't come to that? I had thought weariness durst not have attached one of so high blood.
Faith, it does me, though it discolours the complexion of my greatness to acknowledge it. Doth it not show vilely in me to desire small beer?
Why, a prince should not be so loosely studied as to remember so weak a composition.
Belike then my appetite was not princely got, for by my troth, I did remember the poor creature small beer. But indeed these humble considerations make me out of love with my greatness. What a disgrace is it to me to remember thy name, or to know thy face tomorrow, or to take note how many pair of silk stockings thou hast, with these and those that were thy peach-coloured ones, or to bear the inventory of thy shirts, as one for superfluity and another for use, but that the tennis-court keeper knows better than I. For it is a low ebb of linen with thee when thou keep'st not racket there, as thou hast not done a great while, because the rest of the Low Countries have made a shift to eat up thy Holland. And God knows whether those that bawl out the ruins of thy linen shall inherit his kingdom. But the midwives say the children are not in the fault, whereupon the world increases and kindreds are mightily strengthened.
How ill it follows, after you have laboured so hard, you should talk so idly. Tell me, how many good young princes would do so, their fathers being so sick as yours at this time is?
Shall I tell thee one thing, Poins?
Yes, faith, and let it be an excellent good thing.
It shall serve among wits of no higher breeding than thine.
Go to, I stand the push of your one thing that you will tell.
Mary, I tell thee it is not meet that I should be sad now my father is sick. Albeit I could tell to thee, as to one it pleases me, for fault of a better to call my friend, I could be sad, and sad indeed too.
Very hardly upon such a subject.
By this hand thou thinkest me as far in the devil's book as thou and Falstaff for obduracy and persistency. Let the end try the man. But I tell thee, my heart bleeds inwardly that my father is so sick, and keeping such vile company as thou art hath in reason taken from me all ostentation of sorrow.
The reason?
What wouldst thou think of me if I should weep?
I would think thee a most princely hypocrite.
It would be every man's thought, and thou art a blessed fellow to think as every man thinks. Never a man's thought in the world keeps the roadway better than thine. Every man would think me a hypocrite indeed. And what excites your most worshipful thought to think so?
Why, because you have been so lewd and so much ingraft to Falstaff.
And to thee.
By this light, I am well spoke on. I can hear it with mine own ears. The worst that they can say of me is that I am a second brother. and that I am a proper fellow of my hands. And those two things I confess I cannot help. By the mass, here comes Bardolph.
Enter Bardolph and Page.
And the boy that I gave Falstaff. He had him from me, Christian, and look if the fat villain have not transformed him ape.
God save your grace.
And yours, most noble Bardolph.
Come, you virtuous ass, you bashful fool, must you be blushing? Wherefore blush you now? What a maidenly man-at-arms are you become? Is it such a matter to get a pottle-pot's maidenhead?
It calls to me e'en now, my lord, through a red lattice, and I could discern no part of his face through the window. At last I spied his eyes, and methought he had made 2 holes in the alewife's new petticoat, and so peeped through.
Has not the boy profited?
Away, you whoreson, upright rabbit, away!
Away, you wascally Althea's dream, away!
Instruct us, boy. What dream, boy?
Marry, my lord, Althea dreamed she was delivered of a firebrand, and therefore I call him her dream.
A crown's worth of good interpretation. There 'tis, boy.
Oh, that this good blossom could be kept from cankers. Well, there is 6pence to preserve thee.
And you do not make him hanged among you. The gallows shall have wrong.
And how doth thy master, Bardolph?
Well, my lord, he heard of your grace's coming to town. There's a letter for you.
Delivered with good respect. And how doth the Martelmess, your master?
In bodily health, sir.
Marry, the immortal part needs a physician. But that moves not him, though that be sick, it dies not.
I do allow this wen to be as familiar with me as my dog, and he holds his place. For look you how he writes.
Poins. Reads.
John Falstaff, knight. Every man must know that, as oft as he has occasion to name himself, even like those that are kin to the king, for they never prick their finger, but they say, "There's some of the king's blood spilt." How comes that, says he, that takes upon him not to conceive? The answer is as ready as a borrower's cap. I am the king's poor cousin, sir.
Nay, they will be kin to us, or they will fetch it from Japheth. But to the letter.
Sir John Falstaff, knight to the son of the king nearest his father, Henry Prince of Wales, greeting. Why, this is a certificate.
Peace.
I will imitate the honourable Romans in brevity. He sure means brevity in breath, short-winded. I commend me to thee, I commend thee, and I leave thee. Be not too familiar with Poins, for he misuses thy favours so much that he swears thou art to marry his sister Nell. Repent at idle times as thou mayest, and so farewell. Thine by ye and no, which is as much as to say as thou usest him. Jack Falstaff with my familiars, John with my brothers and sisters, and Sir John with all Europe. My lord, I'll steep this letter in sack and make him eat it.
That's to make him eat 20 of his words. But you use me thus, Ned. Must I marry your sister?
God send the wench no worse fortune, but I never said so.
Well, thus we play the fools of the time, and the spirits of the wise sit in the clouds and mock us. Is your master here in London?
Yea, my lord.
Where sups he? Doth the old boar feed in the old Frank?
At the old place, my lord, in Eastcheap.
What company?
Ephesians, my lord, of the old church.
Sup any women with him?
None, my lord, but old Mistress Quickly and Mistress Dull Tearsheet.
What pagan may that be?
A proper gentlewoman, sir, and a kinswoman of my master's.
Even such kin as the parish heifers are to the town bull. Shall we steal upon them, Ned, at supper?
I am your shadow, my lord. I'll follow you.
Sarah, you boy, and Bardolph, no word to your master that I am yet come to town. There's for your silence.
I have no tongue, sir.
And as for mine, sir, I will govern it.
Fare you well. Go.
Exeunt Bardolph and Page.
This dull Tearsheet should be some road.
I warrant you, as common as the way between St. Albans and London.
How might we see Falstaff bestow himself tonight in his true colours? and not ourselves be seen.
Put on 2 leather jerkins and aprons, and wait upon him at his table as drawers.
From a god to a bull, a heavy dissension. It was Jove's case. From a prince to apprentice, a low transformation that shall be mine, for in everything the purpose must weigh with the folly. Follow me, Ned.
Exeunt. Scene 3. Warkworth, before the castle. Enter Northumberland, Lady Northumberland, and Lady Percy.
I pray thee, loving wife and gentle daughter, give even way unto my rough affairs. Put not you on the visage of the times, and be like them to Percy troublesome.
I have given over. I will speak no more. Do what you will. Your wisdom be your guide.
Alas, sweet wife, my honour is at pawn, and but my going nothing can redeem it.
Oh, yet, for God's sake, go not to these wars. The time was, father, that you broke your word, when you were more endeared to it than now, when your own Percy, when my heart's dear Harry, threw many a northward look to see his father bring up his powers, but he did long in vain. Who then persuaded you to stay at home? There were 2 honours lost, yours and your son's. For yours, the God of heaven brighten it. For his, it stuck upon him as the sun in the grey vault of heaven, and by his light did all the chivalry of England move to do brave acts. He was indeed the glass wherein the noble youth did dress themselves. He had no legs that practised not his gait, and speaking thick, which nature made his blemish, became the accents of the valiant. For those that could speak low and tardily would turn their own perfection to abuse, to seem like him, so that in speech, in gait, in diet, in affections of delight, in military rules, humours of blood, he was the mark and glass, copy and book that fashioned others. And him, O wondrous him, O miracle of men, him did you leave, second to none, unseconded by you, to look upon the hideous god of war in disadvantage, to abide a field where nothing but the sound of Hotspur's name did seem defensible. So you left him. Never, oh never do his ghost the wrong to hold your honour more precise and nice with others than with him. Let them alone. The Marshal and the Archbishop are strong. Had my sweet Harry had but half their numbers, to-day might I, hanging on Hotspur's neck, have talked of Monmouth's grave.
Beshrew your heart. Fair daughter, you do draw my spirits from me, with new lamenting ancient oversights. But I must go and meet with danger there, or it will seek me in another place, and find me worse provided.
Oh, fly to Scotland, till that the nobles and the armed commons have of their puissance made a little taste.
If they get ground in vantage of the king, then join you with them, like a rib of steel, to make strength stronger. But, for all our loves, let them try themselves. So did your son. He was so suffered. So came I, a widow, and never shall have length of life enough to reign upon remembrance with mine eyes, that it may grow and sprout as high as heaven, for recordation to my noble husband.
Come, come, go in with me. 'Tis with my mind, as with the tide swelled up unto his height, that makes us still stand running neither way. Fain would I go to meet the Archbishop, but many thousand reasons hold me back. I will resolve for Scotland. There am I, till time and vantage crave my company.
Exeunt. Scene 4. London, the Boar's Head Tavern in Eastcheap. Enter 2 drawers.
What the devil hast thou brought there? Apple Johns? Thou knowest Sir John cannot endure an apple John.
What thou sayest true. The prince once set a dish of apple johns before him, and told him there were 5 more Sir Johns, and putting off his hat, said, I will now take my leave of these 6 dry, round, old, withered knights. It angered him to the heart, but he hath forgot that.
Why, then, cover and set them down, and see if thou canst find out Sneak's noise. Mistress Tearsheet would fain hear some music. Dispatch the room where they supped is too hot. They'll come in straight.
Sirrah, here will be the prince and Master Poins anon, and they will put on 2 of our jerkins and aprons, and Sir John must not know of it. Bardolph hath brought word.
By the mass, here will be old Eustace. It will be an excellent stratagem.
I'll see if I can find out Sneak.
Exit. Enter hostess and doll tearsheet.
I'faith, sweetheart, methinks you are now in an excellent good temporality. Your pulsage beats as extraordinarily as a heart would desire. And your colour, I warrant you, is as red as any rose, in good faith, law. But in faith you have drunk too much canaries, and that's a marvellous searching wine, and it perfumes the blood ere one can say, what's this? How do you now?
Better than I was, him.
Why, that's well said. A good heart's worth gold. Lo, here comes Sir John.
Enter Falstaff, singing.
When Arthur first in court, empty the Jordan,
Exit first drawer.
and was a worthy king. How now, Mistress Doll?
Sick of a comb, yea, in good faith.
So is all her sect, and they be once in a calm they are sick.
You muddy rascal, is that all the comfort you give me?
You make fat rascals, Mistress Doll.
I make 'em. Gluttony and diseases make them. I make them not.
If the cook helped to make the gluttony, you help to make the diseases, Doll. We catch of you, Doll, we catch of you. Grant that, my poor virtue, grant that.
Yea, joy, our chains and our jewels.
Your brooches, pearls, and ouches. For to serve bravely is to come halting off, you know, to come off the breach with his pike bent bravely, and to surgery bravely, to venture upon the charged chambers bravely.
Hang yourself, you muddy conger, hang yourself.
By my troth, this is the old fashion. You two never meet, but you fall to some discord. You are both, in good truth, as rheumatic as 2 dry toast. You cannot one bear another's confirmities. What a good year! One must bear, and that must be you. You are the weaker vessel, as they say, the emptier vessel.
Can a weak empty vessel bear such a huge full hogshead? There's a whole merchant's venture of Bordeaux stuff in him. You have not seen a hulk better stuffed in the hold. Come, I'll be friends with thee, Jack. Thou art going to the wars, and whether I shall ever see thee again or no, there is nobody cares. Re-enter first drawer.
Sir, ancient pistols below, and would speak with you.
Hang him, swaggering rascal. Let him not come hither. It is the foul-mouthed rogue in England.
If he swagger, let him not come here. No, by my faith, I must live among my neighbours. I'll no swaggerers. I am in good name and fame with the very best. Shut the door. There comes no swaggerers here. I have not lived all this while to have swaggering now. Shut the door, I pray you.
Dost thou hear, hostess?
Pray you, pacify yourself, Sir John. There comes no swaggerers here.
Dost thou hear? It is mine ancient.
tilly-fally, Sir John. Now tell me your ancient swaggerer comes not in my doors. I was before Master Tissick, the deputy, t'other day, and as he said to me, 'twas no longer ago than Wednesday last. In good faith, neighbour Quickly, says he, Master Dumb, our minister, was by then. Neighbour Quickly, says he, receive those that are civil, for, said he, you are in ill name now. I said so. I can tell whereupon, for, says he, you are an honest woman, and well thought on, therefore take heed, for guests you receive, says he, no swaggering companions. There comes none here, you would bless to hear what he said. No, I'll no swaggerers.
He's no swaggerer, hostess. A tame cheater, i' faith. You may stroke him as gently as a puppy greyhound. He'll not swagger with a Barbary hen if a feather's turned back in any show of resistance. Call him up, drawer.
Exit first drawer.
Cheater, call you him? I will bar no honest man my house, nor no cheater. But I do not love swaggering, by my troth. I am the worse when one says swaggerer. Feel, masters, how I shake. Look you, I roar at you.
So you do, hostess.
Do I? Yea, in very truth do I. And 'twere an aspen leaf. I cannot abide swaggerers.
Enter Pistol, Bardolph, and Page.
God save you, Sir John.
Welcome, ancient Pistol. Here, Pistol, I charge you with a cup of sack. Do you discharge upon mine hostess?
I will discharge upon her, Sir John, with 2 bullets.
She is pistol-proof, sir. You shall hardly offend her.
Come, I'll drink no proofs nor bullets. I'll drink no more than will do me good, for no man's pleasure I.
Then to you, Mistress Dorothy, I will charge you.
Charge me? I scorn you, scurvy companion. What, you poor, base, rascally, cheating lack-linen mate? Away, you mouldy rogue, away! I am meat for your master.
I know you, Mistress Dorothy.
Away, you cut-purse rascal, you filthy bung, away! By this wine, I'll thrust my knife in your mouldy chaps, and you play the saucy cuddle with me. Away, you bottle-ale rascal, you basket-hilt stale juggler, you! Since when, I pray you, sir? God's light with 2 points on your shoulder, much?
God let me not live, but I will murder your ruff for this.
No more, Pistol. I would not have you go off here. Discharge yourself of our company, Pistol.
No, good Captain Pistol, not here, sweet Captain.
Captain, thou abominable damned cheater, art thou not ashamed to be called captain? And captains were of my mind, they would truncheon you out for taking their names upon you before you have earned them. You, a captain! You slave, for what? For tearing a poor whore's ruff in a bawdy house? He, a captain! Hang him, rogue! He lives upon mouldy stewed prunes and dried cakes. A captain! God's light! These villains will make the word as odious as the word occupy, which was an excellent good word before it was ill sworded. Therefore captains had need look to it. Pray thee, go down, good ancient.
Hark thee hither, Mistress Doll.
Not I. I tell thee what, Corporal Bardolph, I could tear her. I'll be revenged of her.
Pray thee, go down.
I'll see her damned first to Pluto's damned lake by this hand, to the infernal deep within her with St. George's vial also. Hold hook and line, say I. Down, down, dogs, down, fates. Have we not Hiram here?
Good Captain Beetle, be quiet. 'Tis very late. In faith, I beseech you now, aggravate your choler.
These be good humours indeed. Shall pack horses and hollow pampered janes of Asia, which cannot go but 30 mile a day, compare with Caesars and with cannibals and Troyan Greeks? Nay, rather damn them with King Cerberus, and let the welkin roar. Shall we fall foul for toys?
By my faith, Captain, these are very bitter words.
Begone, good ancient. This will grow to a brawl anon.
Die men like dogs, give crowns like pins. Have we not iron here?
Oh, my word, Captain, there's no such here. What a good year! Do you think I would deny her? For God's sake, be quiet!
Then feed and be fat, my fair Callipolis. Come, give some sack. Si fortune mi tormenti, sperato mi contento. Fareway broadsides. No, let the fiend give fire. Give me some sack, and, sweetheart, lie thou there.
Laying down his sword.
Come we to full points here, and our et ceteras nothings.
Pistol, I would be quiet.
Sweet knight, I kiss thy neef. What? We have seen the 7 stars.
For God's sake, thrust him downstairs. I cannot endure such a fustian rascal.
Thrust him downstairs? Know we not Galloway nags?
Quiet him down, Bardolph, like a shove-groat shilling. Nay, ere I do nothing but speak nothing, there shall be nothing here.
Come, get you downstairs.
What? Shall we have incision? Shall we imbrue?
Snatching up his sword.
Then death rock me asleep, abridge my doleful days. Why then, let grievous ghastly gaping wounds untwine the sisters 3. Come, Atropos, I say.
Here's goodly stuff toward.
Give me my rapier, boy.
I pray thee, Jack, I pray thee, do not draw.
Get you downstairs.
Drawing and driving pistol out.
Here's a goodly tumult. I'll forswear keeping house afore I'll be in these terrors and frights. So murder, I'll warrant now. Alas, alas, put up your naked weapons, put up your naked weapons.
Exeunt pistol and Bardolph. I pray thee, Jack, be quiet. The rascal's gone. Ah, you whoreson little valiant villain, you.
Are you not hurt in the groin? Methought he made a shrewd thrust at your belly.
Re-enter Bardolph.
Have you turned him out of doors?
Yea, sir, the rascal's drunk. You have hurt him, sir, in the shoulder.
A rascal, to brave me!
Ah, you sweet little rogue, you. Alas, poor ape, how thou sweatest. Come, let me wipe thy face. Come on, you whoreson chops. Ah, rogue, faith, I love thee. Thou art as valorous as Hector of Troy, worth 5 of Agamemnon, and 10 times better than the 9 worthies. Ah, villain.
A rascally slave. I will toss the rogue in a blanket.
Do, an thou darest for thy heart. And thou dost, I'll canvass thee between a pair of sheets. Enter music.
The music is come, sir.
Let them play. Play, sirs. Set on my needle. A rascal bragging slave. The rogue fled from me like quicksilver.
I faith, and thou followest him like a church. Thou whoreson little tidy Bartholomew boar-pig. When wilt thou leave fighting o' days and foining o' nights, and begin to patch up thine old body for heaven? Enter, behind, Prince Henry and Poins, disguised.
Peace, good doll. Do not speak like a death's head. Do not bid me remember mine end.
Sirrah, what humours the prince of?
A good shallow young fellow. I would have made a good pantler. I would have chipped bread well.
They say Poins has a good wit.
He a good wit? Hang him, baboon. His wit's as thick as Tewkesbury mustard. There's no more conceit in him than is in a mallet.
Why does the prince love him so, then?
Because their legs are both of a bigness, and plays at quoits well, and eats conger and fennel, and drinks off candles' ends for flapdragons, and rides the wild mare with the boys, and jumps upon joined stools, and swears with a good grace, and wears his boots very smooth, like unto the side of the leg, and breeds no bait with telling of discreet stories, and such other gambol faculties has, that show a weak mind in an able body, for the which the prince admits him, for the prince himself is such another. The weight of a hair will turn the scales between their avoirdupois.
Would not this knave of a wheel have his ears cut off?
Let's beat him before his whore.
Look where the withered elder hath not his poll clawed like a parrot.
Is it not strange that desire should so many years outlive performance?
Kiss me, doll.
Saturn and Venus this year in conjunction. What says the almanac to that?
And look whether that fiery trigon, his man, be not lisping to his master's old tables, his notebook, his counsel-keeper.
Thou dost give me flattering busses.
By my troth, I kiss thee with the most constant heart.
I am old, I am old.
I love thee better than I love ever a scurvy young boy of them all.
What stuff wilt thou have a kirtle of? I shall receive money on Thursday, shalt have a cap tomorrow, a merry song, come. It grows late, will to bed. Thou'lt forget me when I'm gone?
By my troth, thou'lt set me a-weeping. And thou sayest so. Prove that ever I dress myself handsome till thy return. Well, hearken at the end.
Some sack, Francis.
Anon, sir.
Coming forward.
Huh? A bastard son of the king's? And art not thou Poins, his brother?
Why, thou globe of sinful continence, what a life dost thou lead?
Better than thou. I am a gentleman. Thou art a drawer.
Very true, sir. And I come to draw you out by the ears.
Oh, the Lord preserve thy good grace. By my troth, welcome to London. Now the Lord bless thy sweet face of thine. Oh, Jesu, are you come from Wales?
Thou whoreson mad compound of majesty, by this light flesh and corrupt blood thou art welcome.
How, you fat fool! I scorn you.
My lord, he will drive you out of your revenge, and turn all to a merriment if you take not the heat.
You whoreson Candlemine, you! How vilely did you speak of me even now before this honest, virtuous, civil gentlewoman?
God's blessing of your good heart, and so she is, by my troth.
Didst thou hear me?
Yea, and you knew me as you did when you ran away by Gad's Hill. You knew I was at your back, and spoke it on purpose to try my patience.
No, not so. I did not think thou wast within hearing.
I shall drive you then to confess the wilful abuse, and then I know how to handle you.
No abuse, Hal, mine honour, no abuse.
Not to dispraise me, and call me pantler and bread chipper, and I know not what.
No abuse, Hal.
No abuse?
No abuse, Ned of the world, honest Ned, none. I dispraised him before the wicked, that the wicked might not fall in love with him, in which doing I have done the part of a careful friend and a true subject, and thy father is to give me thanks for it. No abuse, Hal, none, Ned, none, no, faith, boys, none.
See now whether pure fear and entire cowardice doth not make thee wrong this virtuous gentlewoman to close with us. Is she of the wicked? Is thine hostess here of the wicked? Or is thy boy of the wicked? Or honest Bardolph, whose zeal burns in his nose, of the wicked?
Answer, thou dead elm, answer.
The fiend hath pricked down Bardolph irrecoverable, and his face is Lucifer's privy kitchen, where he doth nothing but roast malt worms. For the boy, there is a good angel about him, but the devil outbids him too.
For the women?
For one of them, she is in hell already, and burns poor souls. For the other, I owe her money, and whether she be damned for that, I know not.
No, I warrant you.
No, I think thou art not. I think thou art quit for that. Marry, there is another indictment upon thee, for suffering flesh to be eaten in thy house contrary to the law, for the which I think thou wilt howl.
All victuallers do so. What's a joint of mutton or two and a whole lint?
You, gentlewoman.
What says your grace?
His grace says that which his flesh rebels against.
Knocking within.
Who knocks so loud at door? Look to the door there, Francis.
Enter Peto.
Peto, how now? What news?
The king your father is in Westminster, and there are 20 weak and weary posts come from the north, and as I came along, I met and overtook a dozen captains, bareheaded, sweating, knocking at the taverns, and asking every one for Sir John Falstaff.
By heaven, Poins, I feel me much to blame so idly to profane the precious time when tempest of commotion, like the south born with black vapour, doth begin to melt and drop upon our bare unarmed heads. Give me my sword and cloak. Falstaff, good night.
Exeunt Prince Henry, Poins, Peto, and Bardolph.
Now comes in the sweetest morsel of the night, and we must hence and leave it unpicked.
Knocking within.
More knocking at the door.
Re-enter Bardolph.
How now? What's the matter?
You must away to court, sir, presently. A dozen captains stay at door for you. Falstaff to the page.
Pay the musicians, sirrah. Farewell, hostess. Farewell, doll. You see, my good wenches, how men of merit are sought after. The undeserver may sleep when the man of action is called on. Farewell, good wenches. If I be not sent away post, I will see you again ere I go.
I cannot speak, if my heart be not ready to burst. Well, sweet Jack, have a care of thyself.
Farewell, farewell.
Exeunt Falstaff and Bardolph.
Well, fare thee well. I have known thee these 29 years come peascod time, but an honester and truer-hearted man. Well, fare thee well.
Bardolph within. Mistress Tearsheet,
What's the matter?
bid Mistress Tearsheet come to my master.
Oh, run, doll, run. Good doll, come.
She comes, blubbered.
Yea, will you come, doll?
Exeunt. End of Act 2.